warriors. Living and surviving are two different things. Today's special guest is Shantay Carter, founder of Women of Integrity and author of Amazon bestseller, Destined for Greatness. Please give a warm welcome to Shantay.
Dear Life Warriors, it's me, Shar, your favorite corporate life coach. And today I have an amazing guest. I mean, all my guests are amazing, but I am talking to the wonderful Shantay Carter today. She is the founder, I'm just saying, of Women of Integrity, Inc., as well as a best-selling author. You know, I've been trying to make it on that list for the longest time. So we'll find out all about her book, as well as for the first time, I'm actually going to read some of her accolades because it's so much. And I don't want this to go unnoticed because she is actually doing fabulous things. She's a registered nurse as well, but all these wonderful awards that she's received throughout her lifetime already at such a young age, because you look amazing.
Thank you.
She's been honored as Making a Difference Award honoree for the town of Hempstead. She's also been honored for the Wholeness of Life Award winner at North Shore University Hospital. She's also, I mean, the list goes on, but I really want to just give you a good idea. 2018 Caribbean American Healthcare Award. She's Caribbean.
What?
You know, as well as Long Island Diversity in Business Award honoree. And there's so many more on this list, and we'll get to talk about it. And her wonderful best-selling book, which is called Destined for Greatness.
Yes.
Okay. So welcome, Miss Shantay Carter, to the show.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are everyone? How are you guys?
I have to pull out my my phone and read. I was like, okay, this is just way too many awards. You go, girl. But most importantly, I know you're honoree for the Young Gifted and Black Entrepreneur here.
Yeah.
We met. Are you excited about that? What is exactly?
I am.
What are you getting that for?
I'm getting the Philanthropist of the Year award. So I'm super excited to be recognized for the work that we're doing in the community, and super excited to be at this event and attend, and to also congratulate the other honorees.
Yeah. So, I mean, your resume is very impressive. It just seems as if you've had, I'm sure there's a story behind your resume. How did you start out before you got to this Women of Integrity, organization, which you'll tell us all about that? How did you start your journey?
So I started out as a registered nurse. I've been this year I make 22 years. I've been a registered nurse, and at a point in my life, I kind of got bored with nursing and wanted to do something else. But at the same time, when Women of Integrity came about, I was also going through a really bad breakup and was going through depression. Did not want to admit to myself that that's what that was, but my friends saw it. And I'm blessed to have some amazing friends since elementary school. We've been friends since over 30 years. They recognized it, that the change in my behavior. I was having issues at work with family, friends, and they were like, a lot is going on with you. And they staged an intervention, and they called my mom, and they told my mom, like, she seems fine because she's putting on that front for you, going to work every day, but coming home, but she's depressed.
Oh.
And so my mom's just like, she didn't notice it because I would just still act, I guess, normal to her. Right. But I know that I would just, when I come home from work, I would just stay in my room. I wouldn't come down. I would just probably always say I'm tired, and just was really having a rough time going through that breakup process. So they called my mom and did like a 3-way. They were on the phone. My mom was talking to me. And at that moment, I just, felt so loved and supported, and had a chance to really share what was going on, what I was feeling, because I felt like I had to just keep it bottled up inside. And then I finally had a chance to just really share all those emotions, and just, broke down. And my mom was like, she couldn't believe I didn't tell her. She's like, why you didn't tell me? I was like, I didn't know how. You don't want to admit that you're doing worse off than what you really think, And at that point, I realized that if you continue down this path of spiraling downward, it's going to get worse. So I decided that after having that intervention that I needed to channel that negative energy into something positive. Kids and working with the youth is something that I've always loved. I was an RA in college. I volunteered with youth organizations as well. So that's always kind of been a passion of mine. Mm-hmm. But I felt that a lot of resources were more for the city, as I live in Long Island, and that, people think that, okay, you're in Long Island, you live in a house with a white picket fence, everybody got money, everybody's doing great. That's not true. Right. So I was like, I want to do something to address that and kind of help those underserved communities. So I decided that I wanted to do something that was going to involve mentoring, volunteering, and just doing outreach and how can we pour back into it. So I told my friends this is what I wanted to do and asked them would they come along on the journey, and they said yes. We decided to create the name Women of Integrity. So this really idea came up in my basement on November 30th, 2010. I sat there and was like, okay, I gotta make a change. I have to do something. Yeah. And it has blossomed from small group into a full-fledged organization. We're a 501c3. We celebrate 12 years this year. Wow. We are known for, thank you. We are known for our annual free prom dress giveaway, where we've given out free prom dresses, shoes, accessories, everything. And just to see the look on those girls' faces when they find the right dress is priceless. And lets me know that what we're doing is what we're supposed to do, and we're doing God's work. So I really feel blessed to be able to have that impact through the organization to help so many girls. And over the last 12 years, we've helped hundreds of girls find dresses. Wow. And it's just been an amazing experience.
That's beautiful. And you just do this in Hempstead, or has it branched out?
So we've hold it in Hempstead, but people have come as far as Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx to come to the event to find dresses for their daughters.
Wow. I mean, how proud of yourself are you? Like,
I'm proud. Sometimes it's like, it's like, oh, wow. I try not to, because I know there's still a lot of more work to be done. So I try not to let it get
But that's 12 years. That's a long time to be in business,
I know.
Especially a nonprofit business. So you started, did you know anything about running a nonprofit business? What was that like? Because
I didn't know anything. I researched everything. There's a lot of late nights. I worked nights. I'm not in the hospital anymore. I just left the hospital last year. So I worked nights. So on my days off, I would be up all day researching, probably up to like 2:00 in the morning, researching, finding out information on how to run a nonprofit. Yeah. My dad, may he rest in peace. He passed away last May. He had friends that had connections with people who ran nonprofits. So he connected me with them. So I had people who poured into me, showed me what it is to do bylaws, gave me space so we could have our meetings. So I really had people mentor me along the way as well. And then I hooked up with an amazing attorney who helped me to get the 501c3, because her motto was do it once, but do it right. As opposed to doing it on your own and maybe making mistakes and then having to start over or pay more money. So that was the best advice and well worth every penny to get our 501c3 and have her as our attorney. And so it was just been an amazing journey. When I think about how we started and to see the growth and where we are now, I'm always amazed. I tell people all the time that Women of Integrity really and truly saved my life. It made me a better person, a better woman, a better daughter, sister, friend, nurse. And I'm grateful that I took that leap of faith to do it. Yeah. Because I don't know, hopefully I wouldn't have went really downward, but you never know at that point in time. So I'm just grateful that I am where I am today and get to use my talents and my compassion and my purpose of, working with young women and the youth in the community is something that I love to do. So.
Wow. Did that breakup turn out to be like the best breakup you've ever had?
Yeah.
What it turned into.
No, and that's what propelled me later on to do the book, because just realizing that I turned that pain into my power and purpose and just using that pain to channel it into something positive. And, it just kind of birthed what will become my passion and purpose, and really just blossomed into something greater than me and more amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to your friends that.
Yeah. I love them. Those three women are my lifeline. They are my rock. I mean, we've been best friends. One of them since first grade. And then we met the other two in fifth grade. Right. And since fifth grade, we've all been best friends since fifth grade. So.
That's amazing because, oftentimes I always tell people, look at your circle. You should definitely be assessing your circle. Are they genuine? Are they real? Are they
Right.
here for you? Or are they along for the ride? And, it's okay, whatever their reason is, just understand who they are and where they are in your life.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
the fact that, they saw you, because just like your mom is not there and she didn't, she took your word for it. Your friends could see past the word because they're
Right.
with you and they know the difference. But
Right.
to go as far as to take action, hello, kudos to Shantay friends. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I always tell them that. I thank them for not being scared to go to my mom and to really just step in and call that intervention. So I'm always grateful.
Wow. So do you teach are you doing Women of Integrity full time? Is that what you focus on?
So no, that's been like my side because I've always done nursing full time. And then I would just plan events around women, my schedule, my work schedule. Yeah. But now that I'm out of the hospital and I'm kind of taking a break, I'm not working. I'll actually start a new job in nursing in April.
Nice.
I've been focusing more on women of integrity and, speaking, public speaking and different things, trying to use my talents before I get back into that grind.
Mm-hmm. With working with young women and young girls, what are you seeing? What is the trend are you seeing as far as mindset wise, the things that they need right now? If we had to pour into our young adults and our young women, what is it that you see that's necessary that we need to be doing as a society, as a whole, just anybody?
I think we need to instill confidence into them. Mm-hmm. One thing I tell people, my mom, I'm grateful because she's a strong Caribbean woman who has taught me, strength, grace, everything. I tell people that my mom has instilled confidence into me since day one.
Yeah.
Every day she tells me that I'm beautiful, that I'm smart. Every day. I'm going to be 44 this year, and she still tells me. I said, if people had that, so I tell people, I wouldn't know whether or not I was ugly because my mother made me believe that I'm beautiful, no matter what. Yeah. So I feel like if we told our young girls that, it's going to blow up their head, but it starts in the home, what we teach them. So to give them that confidence from the door, like, we believe in you, we love you. No matter what shade or complexion, you're beautiful, you're smart, and you are capable to do anything. And everyone has the ability to be destined for greatness. That starts home. That starts from, whether you're a 2-parent home or a single parent home. My mother and father were not together when I grew up, only for a certain amount of time. And it was just me and my mom. But that's something that she instilled in me every day. So I feel like a lot of our girls are often misguided and lack that confidence. And so because they have low self-esteem, low confidence, insecurities, and they're making poor choices in relationships, friendships, and every aspect of relationships because they don't know what it is to be or to have a true, genuine, loving, supporting, encouraged relationship.
Right.
So I think that's one of the main things I see is that our girls lack this confidence, or they don't think that they're pretty because they're overweight. They feel like I'm fat and I'm ugly, or because my hair is not, straight or it's not like this, then I'm not pretty. Oh, none of that matters, right? It really starts within. Yeah. Because I don't care how pretty you are on the outside. If you have an ugly inside, it doesn't even matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. And beauty fades. So I always tell them it's not about your looks. It's about what's in here. Because once you have your education, no one can take that from you. Right. Your looks will fade once you get older. But once you have that education will open doors for you that your beauty may not. Your beauty can maybe open some doors, but it's not going to open every door. That education will get you into more rooms.
Absolutely. And you know what, too? The beauty might open a door, but once you get in there with your ugly inner self,
right,
you will be dismissed.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So you know what? This is I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I'm doing YGB on the Move with our boy Carl, the founder of Young, Gifted, and Black.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he honors a lot of amazing people each year. And I'm like, okay, let me get to know some of your honorees because I know they're doing wonderful things. He don't just put anybody on the roster.
Right.
I have to say that this is mostly very impressive, everything you're doing. Do you want to talk about your book for a minute? Where can they get it?
Sure. So if my book is available on Amazon, you can get it on Amazon. We also, after we launched the book, it became a bestseller. I did the journal to follow up. So this is the journal, Destined for Greatness journal. And then I came out last year with the Destined for Greatness Planner for Success. So kind of this little book series. So we have the book, we have the journal, we have the planner, and just all to inspire and empower you to do anything and accomplish your goals, but inspire you to be great. Everybody's destined for greatness. You know, everybody has that potential in them. So
yes. Do you feel like you're living your purpose?
Yes, I feel like my purpose though is changing a little bit, to be honest. You know, being that I'm a nurse by trade and what's going on in healthcare, I feel like we need to be, as John Lewis would say, make some good trouble. Healthcare needs to change. Our healthcare system, with all the disparities and the racism in nursing, all that. So I'm definitely, you know, through Women of Integrity, I've been blessed to start Men of Integrity and Nurses of Integrity. And through Nurses of Integrity is really a platform to celebrate, uplift, and support our nurses. And that's really trying to use that platform to empower them and educate them and advocate. I'm a heavy nurse advocate, just like I am for youth. I'm advocating for nurses for better wages, safer staffing ratios, and safer workplace. So to end the workplace violence against nurses. So it's kind of now twofold, where half of me is for the youth and then the other half is for nursing. But always if I can pull them together and make them work, that's what I do.
Well, it sounds like it's still a common denominator. You're still caring, you're nurturing, you're mentoring. Yep. You're showing up, you're empowering, you're motivating for both angles. That's amazing. I too came from healthcare background, but from an HR standpoint. So I do for a big hospital system. So I get it. When you say violence for the nurses, what are you referring to? Like in reference to?
A lot of times nurses have been attacked by the patients or attacked by their families. So it's a lot of nurse violence. They even have a whole campaign about end nurse abuse, where nurses ended up being in the ER. They're being hospitalized. I mean, broken bones because they're being attacked. And people don't talk about this enough. And it's something that's going on. And we're, you know, some places have passed laws that now if a nurse is attacked, she can press charges against a patient's family or even the patient themselves. But it's still, many nurses are being abused, especially in the ER departments. They're getting attacked. And it's something that it's kind of like this silent thing that's going on that maybe if you're in healthcare, you know about it, but the outside world is not even privy.
Oh my gosh. So aren't you guys a part of a union?
Not every hospital is a union. Nope.
Oh.
So it depends on what health system you work in. Will depend if they allow unions in.
Right. And then the hospital system without one don't do anything about this. They want you to just say.
It's more because of, just like in customer service, the customer's always right. It's kind of that theme in healthcare, that the patient is always right, but not all the time the customer is right, and not all the time the patient is right.
Yeah.
So when a nurse is getting beaten up and almost killed, no, that the patient's not ever right in that situation. So
yeah. Wow. I didn't know that was happening. I am news to me. I mean, I've known, you know, some patients get upset and yell or, you know, but I didn't know physical altercation actually occurs.
Yeah. Patients have tried to kick pregnant nurses in the stomachs. You know,
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
People. You have to do better.
Right. Right. No one should go to work feeling scared that they're going to be attacked or get beaten, you know?
Well, you most certainly have your work cut out for you. That is a beautiful but scary but necessary initiative that you're about to take on. And coupled with everything else you're doing, I think it's wonderful. And I do honestly wish you the best. And I can't wait to see more of you. And I'll be watching the awards. I think it's going to be virtual this year, so I'll be watching as well. And any last minute advice you want to leave to our life warriors before I let you go? Any nuggets, any gems? What would you like to say?
I would like to say that, you know, don't be afraid to champion any of your goals that you want to accomplish. And then when you show up, show out. Always put your best foot forward. And when you enter these rooms, own it. I make sure that when I enter the room, I own it, whether I know the people or not. You're going to know my presence. You're going to feel me. So I would say that any aspect of life, whether it's relationships, business, just go for it, but own it. Show up, show out, and put your best foot forward. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, I want to say this, anything, get your professional headshots, invest in yourself, right? Because you are your greatest asset. So invest in yourself, whether you need to get therapy, personal development, professional development, but make sure you get those professional headshots. If you're an entrepreneur or professional, even in healthcare, I tell them you need professional headshots. Yes. Get all of that, because you are your brand and no one's going to represent you better than you do.
Yes. Agreed. This is why I'm a coach. You have to invest in yourself, professional development, whatever you need, leadership development. Stop putting ownership on everybody else to make you happy.
Exactly.
I'm happy. Figure out what you want. Figure out what you smile, and don't give the power over to somebody else.
Correct.
Bring the smile to your face. Walk around with a smile every day because you woke up.
Exactly. Hello.
You too could be a best-selling author on Amazon or wherever. You too.
Listen, if you want to know, I'm going to give you this gem. For everyone wants to be an author or become a best-selling author. I told you about my friends from elementary. One of them is an 18-time best-selling international author. She partnered up with our other best friend and created a publishing company called YK Publishing. And her name is Ayanna Mills Ambrose. And she is like the queen of bestsellers. She can guarantee she will make you a bestseller. She can help you write your books. She's amazing. You can find her on all social media. YK Publishing. Like YK Books, I think Entertainment Publishing.
Okay.
But her name, if you find her name is Ayanna Mills Ambrose.
Okay.
And she can help you get that book to become a bestseller, get it off the ground. She's helped me make sure all 3 of my books are bestsellers, from the journal even to the planner, became a bestseller on Amazon. What? And my original book. Yep.
Ayanna, I'll be calling you.
Yeah, definitely. And you can find me, so you can know where the social media. You can find me at s.carterrn on Instagram. My website is www.scarterrn.com. Women of Integrity is womenofintegrityinc.org.
Perfect. And I will leave all her links down below for you. Definitely connect with her, especially if you're she definitely is someone that you want to touch with.
I mentor the youth, nurses, public speaking. I just was the keynote speaker for the New York Association of the American Nurses Association, and the first woman of color and nurse of color to be the keynote speaker.
What?
So, yeah. So we got a lot of work to do in healthcare.
Yes, you listen, beautiful initiative. I support it 100%, definitely because I'm from the healthcare world. So I know, and I was on the HR side. So I know. Sorry.
So I know. I know. Thank you so much for having me today. I truly appreciate it.
I truly appreciate this conversation with her cute little pearls around her frame.
Of course. You have to pay homage to the #1 sorority in the world, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Oh God, I have a girlfriend that's also.
Listen.
Serious about it.
It's the #1 sorority. Why not?
I love it. Oh, that's awesome. My Life Warriors, there you have it. Another wonderful conversation with Miss Carter. And I love that it's S. Carter as your Brooklyn girls. No.
Listen.
Anywho, I'm going to see you soon again, My Life Warriors. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I want you to remember, there is a coach out here that loves you.